Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Let's get started. As we all know, the Breakthrough Prize is back after 3 long years, and after a wait like that, we need to make this the biggest Breakthrough Prize yet. So I thought we'd all just get together, have a little brainstorm, see what everyone thinks about the show. I'll toss out an idea. What if we just have a bunch of random celebrity cameos to start the ceremony?
Oh, seriously, JC? I mean, this is about careers in science. Don't you think that's a little tired?
I like to think we're better than that.
Yeah, I agree. Pretty thirsty.
Okay, so don't kick it off with random celebrity cameos. All right. Oh, Bradley Cooper, you've got a question.
Yeah, it's more of a concern. You told me that we were getting together on Zoom for a trivia game night, and now it's just starting to seem like that wasn't the truth.
Yes, I apologize, Bradley. I said that so that you'd show up.
Yeah, so there's no game night? I mean, I stayed up to 5 a.m. Memorizing Wikipedia, man. I mean, I took my last Limitless pill.
Yeah, I can't believe you lied to us, Gordon. Game night is sacred. You don't play games with game night.
No, but please don't go. Stay here. It is a game night. It's totally a game night. And the first question at game night is, can you name the world's largest science prize that is actually a set of awards that recognizes the world's top scientists working in mathematics, fundamental physics, and life sciences?
That's really tough. Is it the ESPYs?
No, it's not the ESPYs, it's the Breakthrough Prize. You see, that's why we need to get the word out there and make it a blowout this year. Did you know we're at a new location? This year's show will take place at the stunning Academy Award Museum right here in Los Angeles.
An award show in Los Angeles? Finally, great idea.
I don't appreciate the sarcasm, Edward, okay? What I would appreciate are some ideas. Oh, Yuri Milner. There he is, one of the actual founders of the Breakthrough Prize. What do you think, Yuri?
How about if ChatGPT hosts the show?
You can't do that. Audiences want somebody real, somebody authentic.
Well, ChatGPT knows a lot about science.
So do I. So go on, ask me anything.
Finish the equation. E equals MC.
Hammer?
Hey, James, I've got an idea.
Lionel Richie coming in hot. I love it. What do you got?
The lights go down. The fog rolls across the stage. The audience hears a voice. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage an icon, a legend.
I'm loving where this is going so far.
Your host for the evening, Lionel Richie.
No, Lionel, because I'm hosting the show. We're not going to do that. Like, what I really want, I want the night to feel magical.
Oh, you said magic? I can help with that, James.
Yes, David Blaine, this crowd loves illusionist entertainment. You know, like how Silicon Valley Bank just made all that money disappear. What sort of thing do you have in mind?
Well, I was thinking, let's take one of those big tech founders, freeze them in a giant block of ice, and then see if they can break through that.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Well, why don't we do it with Eric Yuan, you know, the founder of Zoom? Eric, how does that sound?
Can we do the ice thing over Zoom?
That's not really the vibe, Eric.
What if I just change my background so it look like I'm in ice?
Yeah, no, I don't think we're going to do that, Eric. Let's move on. How do we give the show some sizzle? Remember, guys, we're in Hollywood.
Hey, I could do a song that everybody knows.
Okay, like what?
Hello.
Oh, I love Adele. Oh, Hello is my favorite song.
I'm getting confused. Which hello are we talking about? Daniel, can we get some help here?
Lionel also has a famous song called Hello from his 1983 album Can't Slow Down, and it currently has 218,872,370 plays on Spotify. And similar artists include Tina Turner and the Commodores.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. Very helpful. Does anyone please have any ideas for how we can open the show?
I say go with chatbot.
Oh,
You could skydive in from Jeff Bezos' spaceship.
Tom Cruise has that booked.
Ooh, you could ride in on a reanimated T-Rex.
Never gonna do that.
Ooh, is cloning a thing? Because you could have your clone host it.
Cloning?
Or I can do one of Lionel's songs, Against All Odds.
Oh, that's Phil Collins.
No, in the Air Tonight.
Oh, that's Phil Collins again.
Back in the High Life again.
Oh, that's Steve Winwood.
Seriously?
Do you know what, guys? Forget this. I'm gonna figure it out on my own. I'm gonna leave. Eric, how do I... Oh, there it is.
Please welcome your host for the evening, James Corden.
Hello, hello, hello. How are we? Everybody good? Welcome to the 2023 Breakthrough Pies. I am your host, James Corden. It is a true honor to be here. This is my second time hosting the Breakthrough Pies. The last time I hosted this show, it was 2019. To give you an idea of how long ago that was, there have been 3 Fast and Furious movies since then. And the show has moved. We have gone from the Bay Area to Los Angeles. I know, yeah, Los Angeles. I am as shocked as every one of you that we didn't move this whole thing to Austin. And we are broadcasting this on YouTube, so I guess you could say this makes me a bit of an influencer, so be sure to smash that like button and subscribe. But we are in the brand new Academy Museum here in Hollywood, and I'm sure all of the scientists here will agree it's just nice to finally be in a museum that teaches kids something important, you know? And look at this incredible stage. This is why I love the Breakthrough Prize. Because millions of dollars go to the laureates, not 1 cent goes into any form of stage design. The brightest minds in the world. This is what we've got. These will change color tonight. They'll be blue, they'll be pink, they'll be red. It's essentially me surrounded by a load of pregnancy tests. But who needs a fancy stage when all of this is your backdrop? Look at that. Look at Los Angeles. Now you may notice a little, shall we say, ambient noise this evening, which is part of the thrill. This is the only venue where your playoff music could be the sound of a police pursuit. Now, we may be in Hollywood, but this is a little different from your typical Hollywood award show. This is all about science and chemistry. So when people thank their agent, they're often going to be talking about hydrogen peroxide and chlorine, okay? Just remember that. But this is the home of the movies, the home of storytelling. And science is really the story of everything, from the Big Bang to the smaller bangs, to every regretful one-night bang you've ever had. And the discoveries that you're going to hear about tonight are not just amazing insights and inventions, but great stories. Stories with quests and mysteries and twists and turns, and above all, heroes. And if we're talking about heroes, cast your eyes to this side of the room, because there he is. Look at that. Vin Diesel is here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Vin's here. Vin's here to thank all of the scientists who focus on the field of genetics and to remind them that it really is all about family. Wonder Woman herself is here tonight. Wonder Woman herself. To be clear, Wonder Woman is what I call Caitlin Carrico because of her incredible work on mRNA vaccines. And yes, Gal Gadot is also here. Gal Gadot has explored every scientific truth behind the mysteries of the universe, specifically the DC Extended Universe. Where's Jeremy Strong? Jeremy is here tonight. There he is. There he is. Wonderful to see you, Jeremy. Jeremy obviously plays on Succession. He plays Kendall Roy of the massively rich and powerful Roy family, or as the Breakthrough Prize founders call them, the middle class. Chris Pine is here somewhere tonight, seething with jealousy about how unbelievably hot I look up here this evening. I'm kidding. Chris actually couldn't be happier to be in a room full of people who actually understand when he starts talking about Dungeons and Dragons. Ashton Kutcher is here tonight. Where is he? Where's Ashton Kutcher? Where is he? There he is. Ashton is obviously an actor, producer, entrepreneur, and I tell the whole room this, I got you. You know what he loves? He loves it if you've got an idea for an app, right? Just walk over and pitch it straight to him. He loves it when people do that, right? He loves it. Now tonight, where's Rob Lowe? There he is, Rob Lowe. The incredible actor, entertainer, and lest we forget, Atkins Diet spokesperson. I don't remember Rob Lowe's fat phase, do you? It's amazing. I've enjoyed, though, tonight watching all of the genetic specialists here just try and steal a hair from Rob's head as a DNA sample. Like, how does he do it? How does he stay so young? Edward Norton is here. Where's Edward? There he is. All night, Edward has been surrounded by scientists, all secretly hoping that one day he will play them in an eventful movie about their life. But let's talk for a moment about why we're really here tonight, the Breakthrough Prize itself. Each prize tonight comes with $3 million, which if you stick around in Los Angeles, you can buy a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom teardown. So well done. But we are here to celebrate people who are actually changing the world. People like Daniel Spielman, whose many breakthroughs in the field of mathematics have, among other things, optimized video transmission. He has eliminated once and for all the need for dads all over the world to walk over and just whack the TV to get the picture just right. Thank you, Daniel. This is exciting. Kathleen Carrico and Drew Weissman are being honored tonight for their incredible research in mRNA that led to the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines. Literally none of us would be here tonight without you. Thank you so very, very much for everything you've done. Although spare a thought for the scientist who developed the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, who's actually now back at his full-time job as a dental hygienist. Some other honorees tonight include Charles H. Bennett and Zeal Brassard. They have discovered some of the key elements underlying quantum information that could give us a way of sending encrypted messages that cannot be broken. Shankar Balasubramanian, David Kleineman, and Pascal Meyer, they're being honored for developing a fast and affordable way to determine DNA sequences on a large scale, something which has transformed science and medicine. It is thanks to those three and those three alone that Lizzo was able to take that DNA test and learn that she is 100% that bitch. It's a song. It's a famous song. It's a huge smack. It couldn't have been a bigger... Okay, it doesn't matter. It really is. It was a... Coachella... No, it doesn't. It was a huge group. And we are in a room of an exceptional group of laureates. For this, the 2023 Breakthrough Prize, I am truly honored to be your host for this evening. Thank you to each and every one of you for giving your time to be here tonight. And now I am honored to introduce the first of a series of films about our honorees. This man pioneered non-invasive genetic testing in fetuses. It's a cause that's very personal to me. As I am often told, I look like a giant baby. Let's discover how Dennis Lowe changed the world.
There is a secret world. A world shrouded in mystery. One we once knew, but have long forgotten. To reach it and find out if all is well there means risking it all by invading that fragile world. But what if there's another way?
We can develop a test which is non-invasive.
Dennis Lowe is on a quest to find a message from the fragile world. This is the story of a man who imagined what few thought possible.
They do not believe that you will be able to change the practice of a prenatal diagnosis.
After years of searching, Dennis Lowe found his hidden message.
I could not believe my eyes. A fetal DNA signal.
A signal floating freely in the mother's blood plasma, the genetic code of her unborn child. Could one man's quest ease the path to childbirth for women around the world and make fetal testing fast, accurate, and safe? Dennis Lowe, The Fragile World.
Here to present our first Breakthrough Prize, please welcome Academy Award winners Chloe Zhao and Brie Larson.
Science touches all of our lives, not least when we're creating new lives. But until recently, prenatal tests were often stressful for pregnant mothers. To get reliable genetic data meant inserting a needle into the womb and removing cells. For about 1 in 200 women, that triggered miscarriage.
Dennis Lowe knew science could do better, but proving it meant taking a big risk with his medical career. At the age of 30, after years spent searching for fetal cells outside the womb, he was starting to ask himself, what have I done with my life? You never know where inspiration will come from. For Isaac Newton, it was a falling apple. For Dennis Lowe, it was a pot of instant noodles.
As he watched them boil, he wondered if heating up blood plasma could reveal free-floating DNA within it. He put a little blood in a tube, boiled it for a few minutes, and there they were, fragments of the genetic code. Dennis Lowe turned this discovery into the basis of safe, non-invasive tests now used by tens of millions of women every year.
His science has touched the lives of families all over the world.
For discovering that fetal DNA is present in maternal blood and can be used for prenatal testing,
the Breakthrough Prize in Life Sciences goes to
Dennis Lowe!
Scientific research is like opening windows that allow us to see places that no one has ever been to before. It has been my privilege of finding one such window that can miraculously reveal the genetic health of a baby inside the womb of a pregnant mother. Finding this requires teamwork and faith that even though others can only see a blank wall, we believe there is such a window. I shall continue to find other windows into our health, making genetic testing safer, more timely, and better. Thank you.
Anyone else got that feeling when you're like, oh, I'm not bright enough to be here? You got that? Just try and lean into it. That's what I do. Nod, lean into it. Our next recipients have developed a cost-effective way to read DNA sequences on a massive scale. It's changed the way we practice medicine. So if you went to high school with them, good luck at that reunion. Oh, you're a lawyer? Wonderful. Me? Oh, I transformed science. Let's find out how our next laureates taught the world to speed read.
It was a frozen time. A time of waiting. A time when reading the code of life could take months or years. Years that scientists and patients didn't have. But there were 3 scientists who refused to wait. Pascal Mayer, working in France. Shankar Balasubramanian, and David Kleinerman in England felt a need for speed. Thanks to their breakthroughs, today we live in a world where scientists can read genomes over 1 million times quicker to describe entire ecosystems, discover the secrets of life and how to preserve it, and accelerate the course of human progress.
Please welcome Breakthrough Prize founder Mark Zuckerberg and two-time Academy Award nominee Robert Downey Jr.
The legendary director Alfred Hitchcock once said, to make a great film, you only need 3 things: the script, and the script. In the movie of life, DNA is the script. So for billions of years, organisms followed it mechanically without understanding. Then, in the last century, humanity learned to read it one chemical letter at a time. But before the work of these 3 scientists, that process was agonizingly slow.
And then Shankar Balasubramanian and David Kleinerman in England and Pascal Meyer, working separately in France, hit upon a series of ingenious ideas for reading billions of DNA letters at once. Their parallel scientific paths would lead to massively parallel sequencing.
And so today, genomes can be read in hours at low cost, revolutionizing everything from forensics to prenatal tests to cancer diagnosis, saving lives all around the world. And when COVID struck, within days, scientists had the viral genome sequence essential for vaccines.
Now that is an award-worthy script.
That's a good line. I'm glad you got that one.
All right, yeah. All right, but the full impact of this invention for science, industry, and health lies in the future, because finally the story of life is open before our eyes.
So for a method to determine DNA sequence on a massive scale, transforming the practice of science and medicine,
the Breakthrough Prize in Life Sciences goes to Shankar Balasubramanian, David Kleinerman, and Pascal Meyer.
Well, it all started with curiosity, fundamental science leading to ideas, then years of hard work, disappointments and failure, uncertainty, serendipity, and great people driving towards an outcome that is now making a difference in the world. Thank you for this honor. This is for everyone who contributed.
So this was a massive team effort, only made possible by many highly talented scientists. The speed that the technology was developed at, literally from an idea on a scrap of paper that we wrote down in a pub, and its impact have been well beyond my expectations. Today, there are sequences used all over the world that are starting to save human lives. It just shows you that scientists from different disciplines can work together to solve major problems.
I'd just like to say that in science, in technology and medicine, you always progress in teams and also with one foot on the previous step of your work and one foot on the next step of your work. In the end, all this is just about a stairway to living a better world to our children and grandchildren. Let's all try to climb this stairway fast, as today the world is burning in so many places and for so many silly reasons. Thank you very much all.
I have written so many things down on scraps of paper in a pub. Should have tried harder. Please welcome Breakthrough Prize founder Julia Milner and actor and producer Gal Gadot.
If you've got kids, you probably spend quite a lot of time yelling at them at midnight to get off their damn screen. Well, the lesson from this next award is keep yelling. Because 16-year-old Noor Heathery from Kansas made a video explaining exactly why the light from your phone keeps you up. And it won this year's Breakthrough Junior Challenge.
By the way, between Gal and me, we have 6 children.
Still going, maybe, who knows?
So that's a lot of screen time and a lot of yelling. 8 years ago, we partnered with Khan Academy to launch The Challenge, a video competition for high school students. Kids from all over the world make a short film about the big idea in science. And the winner receives a full college scholarship, $50,000 for their teacher, and a brand new science lab for their school.
Tonight is also a chance to recognize the winners from the previous 2 years who both, as I'm sure all of us did when we were teenagers, made videos explaining exotic quantum phenomena.
Let's take a look at how 3 winners found out that they won the challenge.
Hi everyone, Sal here from Khan Academy. Welcome. I'm very excited to introduce NASA astronaut Scott Kelly. Scott, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure, Sal. Great to be here with you.
Every year it gets more and more competitive. Do you have any favorites?
My favorite was this absolutely remarkable explanation of a complex topic called quantum tunneling.
You know, I just want to let you know, Mariam, you are the winner. Breakthrough Junior Challenge, the $250,000 scholarship, the $100,000 science lab.
It's not just me winning right now. It's my school, it's my teachers, my family, the city, and even the country.
But if you're thinking, that's impossible, let's change perspectives and take a look closer.
Hi, Amber. I'm Sal Khan. With us, we have all of the previous Breakthrough Junior Challenge winners, and we are here to let you know that you have won the Breakthrough Junior Challenge prize.
I'm really ready to see how my life will change as from now on, and I'm ready to take everything on board.
Noor, get off your phone.
Why?
It'll ruin your sleep cycle.
Is that even true?
Well, it is true. Light can drive away sleep. But why? Like a camera, light enters the eye.
I'd like everybody to see what's on our video screen.
The good news, Noor, is that your video has won this year's Breakthrough Junior Challenge. Out of thousands of entries from all over the world, yours was voted the absolute best among amazing competition this year.
I've always had this dream of curing cancer. This Breakthrough Junior Challenge prize will help me pursue those dreams.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the 2020, 2021, and 2022 Breakthrough Junior Challenge.
Noor Heathery, Amber Kwak, and Mariam Segai. Yes.
As a child, I was awed to learn that our universe is constantly expanding. Tonight, we celebrate the breakthroughs and the expansion of our knowledge in the realms of physics, math, and my personal favorite, life sciences. Thank you to my family, friends, teachers, and the Breakthrough Foundation for inspiring me and many others to pursue science. I am honored to be in the presence of pioneers at the frontiers of discovery. Thank you.
I am truly honored to be here tonight, surrounded by such brilliant and inspiring minds. What thrills me about science is that it does not only inspire us to contemplate the unknown, but it also brings people together, just like tonight, to share their passion, explore ideas, discover and create innovations. Thank you for encouraging young scientists to look up and reach for the stars, or atoms, or both. Thank you.
This prize has changed my life, but it's also taught me something unexpected. Often, when people come together, it's in opposition to something, but when people in my community heard about the prize, everyone took pride in it. Everyone wanted to celebrate and to spread joy. That's also why I made my video. I think learning and sharing knowledge and science is fun, and spreads joy too. I hope that what I do in the future will embody that. Thank you so much.
Oh, we back? Sorry, I was just on my... Doesn't matter. Our next laureate's mathematical breakthrough have led to new technologies, including an improved way of transmitting video. Here's a video about how he improved the way that we transmit videos. I swear, this will be the clearest video you ever see in your life. Have a look.
What if there were two realities? The things we see around us, and a realm of pure ideas. To enter the other reality, there is no magic pill, but there is one man who has found a path between them. A path through graphs and networks, equations and codes, through the borderlands of computer science and pure math. If his algorithms can crack these riddles open, the consequences will spill out here in our reality. In flows of heat and electricity, of images and messages, in the design of drug trials, in the choice of paths that link us together. Daniel Spielman, The Algorithm.
Please welcome actor and producer Lily Collins and world chess champion Magnus Carlsen.
It is so great to be back at the Breakthrough Prize. Definitely the only award show where I have the honor of quoting Albert Einstein, who once said, "Pure mathematics is in its way the poetry of logical ideas." As a kid, what Daniel Spielman really loved was thinking, concentrating hard on a puzzle till he cracked it. But when he stumbled on a library book about programming and then got his hands on a secondhand Commodore, he discovered something even more fun than solving puzzles: working out how to get a computer to solve them.
He's been doing it ever since. It's pure mathematics, driven by curiosity, yet time and again, the algorithms he invents turn out to have practical reach, improving technologies, and impacting the world. To take one example, error-correcting codes that he wrote sparked a revolution in communications, making it much faster to transmit video from satellites or distribute it over the net. And that same discovery is now being used to correct errors in quantum computers.
Or more recently, it was a question from quantum physics that caught his attention. He reimagined it in terms of graphs, networks of lines and nodes, and after 5 years of intense exploration, he and his collaborators were able to solve it. And in the process, they solved dozens of related problems in other fields.
Tonight, we celebrate the joy, the occasional agony, and the tremendous value of thinking hard. The value it has in itself and the value it brings to all our lives. For breakthrough contributions to theoretical computer science and mathematics,
The Breakthrough Prize in Mathematics goes to Daniel Spielman.
Thank you. Computer science gives me intuition for mathematics and helps me figure out what is true. In turn, mathematics is the heart of algorithms and information technology. So I develop mathematics that I expect to be useful. But what amazes me is the mathematics that I find most useful often wasn't developed to be useful, but because it advanced pure mathematics and was found to be beautiful.
Over the last 3 years, the Breakthrough Prize lost 3 laureates who were not only great scientists, but among the most beloved in their fields. David Alice was a pioneer of epigenetics who demonstrated that the packaging around DNA plays a key role in expressing genes. Angelika Arman did landmark work on cell division and showed how an abnormal number of chromosomes leads to diseases. And Steven Weinberg was one of the greatest physicists of his generation, a man who helped build the modern theory of particles and forces. Tonight, we celebrate their memory.
At one point, I had the opportunity to work in a lab, and I never looked back. I'm blessed to work in a field that was kind of like not so cool to now something that's very exciting. This has now led to FDA-approved drugs that with some cancers have shown life-saving corrections in real people. It's the best job in the world. It's the best job in the world.
Persistence is everything. That's my motto in life. You cannot really explain these eureka moments of how they move you and how they affect you. That's like the best feeling ever, right? This sort of, oh my God, I get it feeling. That's the best.
I believe that there exists a simple theory that governs everything. While such a theory may be out there, it's possible that humans aren't capable of understanding it. But then we have this wonderful capability called language. It ties us all together and allows us to communicate from one generation to the next. We learn from each other, both across the world, but also across time. It could be that this invention means we have no biological limits. I don't know. I don't imagine that we're going to see the final theory in my lifetime, but I'm certainly not going to stop working.
Welcome back. Now, our next performer is one of the very few winners of the EGOT, which is an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. And if he plays his cards right tonight, he'll be our very first BGOT. Please welcome the incredible John Legend.
Thank you, James. So excited to be here to honor our wonderful scientists and all the great work that they're doing. We are in awe of you and what you do for society, what you do to make this world a better place, making it a bit more resilient in these troubled times. I'm going to sing a couple songs dedicated to you. When you're weary and feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found like a bridge over troubled waters. I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled waters. I will lay me down. When you're down and out, or when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled waters, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled waters. I will lay me down. Sail on, silver girl. Sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All of your dreams are on their way. See how they shine.
I will ease your mind like a bridge over troubled waters. I will lay me down.
I'll do one more, joined by this lovely group of string players.
What would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me in and you kicking me out. You've got my head spinning, no kidding. I can't pin you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind? I'm on your magical mystery ride, and I'm so dizzy, don't know what hit me, but I'll be alright. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. Oh, how many times do I have to tell you? Even when you're crying, you're beautiful too. The world is beating you down. I'm around through every move. You're my downfall, you're my muse, my worst distraction, my rhythm and blues. I can't stop singing, it's ringing in my head for you. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. Oh, cards on the table, we're both showing hearts, risking it all goes hard. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. Oh, I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great night.
Wow, incredible. Now, some breakthroughs take longer and reach further than others. Our next laureates are two scientists whose decades of hard work have revolutionized vaccines and helped allow all of us to gather in person once again tonight.
I begin the show tonight with a warning.
Experts are reporting COVID-19 has mutated.
13th week of lockdown, the health department has raised.
Death toll now has risen.
3 years ago, the world stopped.
More than 3 billion people have been asked to stay at home.
But two scientists had never stopped. For 20 years, working day and night. When their idea was mocked, when their funding was slashed, they didn't stop till they had built the tech that revolutionized vaccines.
We succeeded.
That's now considered the game changer.
And restarted our lives.
And now, from The Walking Dead and Marvel's Eternals, please welcome Lauren Ridloff. And from so many films, you just love him and adore him, the one, the only, Chris Pine.
To make a breakthrough, it takes brilliance, it takes work, and it also takes guts. For decades, Katalin Karikó chased her dream of mRNA treatments, a way to hack the cell and instruct it to attack diseases. It was a big idea, but it faced big problems. Above all, the immune system rejected the treatment. Hardly anyone believed it could work. In 1995, Karikó was given an ultimatum: either give up on mRNA or lose her faculty position and take a pay cut. She chose to keep chasing her dream and telling it to anyone she met just in case they'd listen.
And then somebody did. Drew Weissman, an immunologist experienced in designing vaccinations for HIV and other diseases. And while he was waiting to use a photocopier, the two of them struck up a conversation. And they knew that immune rejection and knew how big and how challenging it truly was, but saw the potential and the path forward.
8 years later, when they cracked the immune problem, still few in the field took an interest, but two companies did. And when the world stopped in 2020, they were ready to move fast. Days after the COVID genome was sequenced, using the sequencing machines invented by our earlier laureates, both companies had designed effective mRNA vaccines that helped tame the pandemic and saved millions of lives.
And it's that, in large part, that we are here and able to gather today.
Exactly.
And protecting us from COVID is just the beginning, because the mRNA revolution truly is for treatments promising for other viruses, but also for cancer treatments and many different other diseases.
For engineering modified RNA technology, which enabled rapid development of effective COVID-19 vaccines.
The Breakthrough Award in Life Sciences goes to Katalin Karolko and Drew Weissman.
Wow. I arrived in the United States from Hungary 1985, together with my husband and our 2-year-old daughter, Susan. Through the years and through the decades, we worked very hard. Susan, who is here with me today, excelled in school and excelled in rowing. She became 2 times Olympic champion. She got the gold medal while rowing in the US Women 8 boat. I spent most of my time in the laboratory to make mRNA therapeutically useful. While receiving this Breakthrough Award, I reflect on this humble beginning. And I am very thankful, and my family is very thankful for the opportunity we received in America, and that we could live the American dream. Thank you.
This award allows me to pursue programs helping low-income countries build facilities for the local development and production of treatments that affect their populations. We have already done this in Thailand, South Africa, and India, are in discussions with Uruguay. I believe this work can help address the unequal access to new medicines in the world today and allow the development of treatments that large pharma is not interested in, seeking the ultimate goal of a worldwide vaccine and therapeutic equity. Thank you.
Incredible. And now to introduce 3 of math's most promising new talents, please welcome Hollywood's hottest new power couple. You know who it is. It's Leslie Odom Jr. and Danny DeVito.
Wow, look at you. God, boy, my science and math teachers in New Jersey when I was a kid could see this, you know, me up here with all you. I mean, they get a kick out of it. They'd also be 160 years old. This is really an outrageous thing. This is really great. I never did the math. I didn't do the lab. I'm scientists and mathematicians. Okay, let me get to the thing. 3 years ago, at the last Breakthrough Prize ceremony, a new prize was created in honor of Maryam Mirzakhani, okay, the extraordinary Iranian mathematician who sadly, passed away before that age of 40. The Maryam Mirzakhani New Frontiers Prize is awarded to outstanding women mathematicians who have recently completed their PhDs and already contributed important results to science. Tonight, we celebrate its 3 most recent winners.
In the physical world, phase transitions are sudden transformations in the state of a system. For example, when ice melts, when water boils, or when your prestige biopic gets put into turnaround.
Very bad.
But they are also studied in mathematics. Jin Young Park recently co-authored a major proof about phase transitions in graphs and networks. Vera Traub works in combinational optimization. For example, traveling salesman problems. Questions like, if you have to make a delivery in several neighborhoods, what is the most efficient route that visits each of them only once?
I'm glad you got all the big words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
Maggie Miller specializes in knots and ribbons on four-dimensional surfaces. This is big stuff. Her field is called topology, which you probably don't know this, but is the study of shapes that can be deformed in various ways, like squeezing and stretching. I only wish Maggie had been around earlier when I was squeezing into these shoes. Oh! Okay.
Danny, I think those shoes look extremely dashing tonight.
Thank you very much.
And on behalf of both of us, please welcome our three worthy, forward-thinking winners of the Merriam Mizrakhani New Frontiers Prize, Maggie Miller, Jin Young Park, and Vera Trout.
Thank you for that excellent description of topology. I'm honored to receive this award, or be one of the co-receivers of this award. I really like it. I'm especially happy to receive this award for my PhD thesis, which involved constructing mathematical objects explicitly. When I first went to college and chose to study math, I was torn between studying math and studying art. And now my area of study combines these interests, and I'm really happy to have found a way to contribute to mathematics in this way.
I started my PhD studies in my 30s, and as a student who started late, and as a mother, finishing my PhD studies was very challenging. And even without this amazing prize, my life was blessed that I have fulfilled my old dream of becoming a mathematician. And it's all thanks to the people who strongly supported my unusual journey. Thank you very much.
The exciting moments in math are the moments when things suddenly become crystal clear. Most of the time, however, we spend thinking about things we don't understand. Still, the process is extremely rewarding, and this is thanks to the exchange of ideas with my colleagues. Thus, I'm immensely grateful for all my fantastic collaborators and for the great research community in my field. Thank you.
Please welcome to the stage Breakthrough Prize founder, Yuri Milner.
Thank you. Tonight, we celebrate science in the home of cinema. And cinema is the art of shaping light. But our mastery of light was given to us by science. Science and mathematics can seem dry, but in fact, they are full of beauty. From mathematical beauty, time and again came discoveries. And from those discoveries, time and again, came technologies changing the world. Space rockets were born in Newton's laws. GPS was born in Einstein theory. ChatGPT was born in quantum mechanics. And much of the modern world came from the equations of one scientist, who many of us have never even heard of. But like our laureates tonight, he deserves to be celebrated.
We have superpowers. We hear voices from far away. We see into the past. We move through virtual worlds. These powers come from invisible waves that surround us. But no one knew these invisible waves existed until James Clerk Maxwell. 150 years ago, alone in the highlands of Scotland, he distilled electricity and magnetism into simple equations. He saw beauty in them, and with a stroke of genius, he added a new term that gave them symmetry. This one mathematical term changed our world by unifying electricity and magnetism. Then he realized, when electricity and magnetism flow together in waves, we can see them. Those waves are light. And Maxwell made an amazing prediction. There are other invisible waves flowing around us. Years later, they were discovered and harnessed. These waves run our lives. Radar, GPS, radio, television, microchips, microwaves, lasers, X-rays, MRI, fiber optics, cell phones. All these inventions flowed from his beautiful mathematical equations. We live in James Clerk Maxwell's world.
I shouldn't say this, I'm actually playing him in a new biopic, which is coming very, very soon. Everybody loves a good mystery, but sometimes it's our own little grey cells that are the victims, as we're about to see. It takes an exceptional scientific mind, like our next laureate, Geoffrey Kelly, to solve a true life medical mystery.
Everything we see, everything we feel, all the processes that keep us alive depend on the nervous system. But how it works and why it fails is a maze of unsolved mysteries. New York City, 1989. A young chemist discovers one of these mysteries and can't let it go. Geoffrey Kelly is obsessed with a group of incurable diseases. The amyloid diseases. He knows in these conditions, proteins build up into clumps. But far more remains unknown. Is it these clumps that are damaging hearts and ravaging nervous systems? What mechanism explains why many patients fall in family clusters, scattered around the globe, while close relatives remain unaffected? Geoffrey Kelly has an intuition about the structure at the heart of the mystery. The tetramer, a four-sided protein that unravels, leading to the clumps that he believes are driving these diseases. He's looking for a tiny key that could lock the tetramer shut, holding it together for longer. He searches for years, designing molecules that fit the lock, until he finds the key, hones it into a drug, shows it can extend the lives of patients, and maybe shed light on disorders of the brain still barely understood. Geoffrey Kelly. The tetramer key.
And now to present the award, please welcome Breakthrough Prize founder Anne Wojcicki and Edward Norton.
Thanks to scientists like the men and women we honor tonight, many people today are living long lives. And that, in turn, is keeping science busy. TTR amyloidosis affects about a quarter of men over 80. and it may be the leading cause of death among the most long-lived people. It's mainly a disease of the nervous system, the heart, and other organs, caused by the buildup of a protein into clumps called amyloid fibrils. But before Jeffrey Kelly devoted decades of his life to it, it was not well understood, or, for many, treatable at all.
Aside from its impacts on patients, these results could shed light on other major neurodegenerative diseases. For instance, amyloid fibrils also show up in Alzheimer's disease, but whether they actually cause the disease or are a byproduct of it is unclear. Jeffrey Kelly's work may prove very significant for this question because he's shown that at least one amyloid disease targeting the formation of fibrils does slow its progression.
We'd now like to welcome to the stage somebody who can tell us what the treatment discovered and developed in Jeffrey Kelly's lab has meant for her and her family. Please give a warm welcome to Sarah Silverman.
"12 years ago, my beloved Nana, Anna Antonitis, passed away from amyloidosis. Back then, there were no drugs to treat it. My father, David, shared her mutant gene. However, he did not share her fate. What made the difference was Jeffrey Kelly's research. A decade and a half since his diagnosis, Dad is still hiking, biking, and traveling the world. In fact, he sent us a message tonight. Jeffrey Kelly's efforts were pioneering, inspirational, and life-saving. I wish I could be there to celebrate him, but I'm away in great health exploring Italy. Maybe I'll run into George Clooney. Back when my Nana passed, I got tested for the mutant. Turns out I carry it. But Dr. Kelly's discoveries have given me a life full and free from worry about what will happen to me or my children. And with more treatments building on his research, it's only going to get better from here. Sometimes one person can change the world. Dr. Kelly, you are one of them. You have changed what it means to have amyloidosis. Your passion for your patients has given so many of us a future, and you deserve every ounce of recognition. From the heart and on behalf of myself, my dad, and my Nana, who only wanted the best of her family, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sarah, for elucidating the molecular basis of neurodegenerative and cardiac transthyretin diseases, and for developing a drug that slows their progression.
The Breakthrough Prize in Life Sciences goes to Jeffrey Kelly.
Well, good evening. I certainly wouldn't be here this evening without the sacrifices made by my family to enable my education and the incredibly creative contributions made by the scientists training in my lab. Also, there certainly wouldn't be a drug without the risks taken by the patients and the contributions of the physicians and nurses. I hope this wonderful celebration tonight helps us to show young people that pursuing fundamental knowledge in science is fun, wholesomely addictive, and with luck on our side, can lead to benefits for society that everyone can appreciate. It's a genuine privilege to join the Breakthrough family. Thank you.
A worthy recipient. Now, I am here at this table with Caitlin Carrico and Drew Weissman, who I would argue are the most popular people in this room. Are you feeling this? Caitlin, do you feel this?
probably not. We are not the most popular.
Well, you're sat next to Vin Diesel, and I've never seen him get less traction. I mean, now you've been recognized for your phenomenal work this evening in mRNA, which of course gave us the COVID vaccine. Now, obviously, none of these things happen overnight. How long had you been working towards this moment?
So Katie and I started working together 26 years ago, and we worked nonstop until we made the RNA that's in the vaccine.
It's the most extraordinary thing, and none of us can thank you enough, really. I can only think, Kathleen, that this must have been... Can you just give us some insight into perhaps a moment that you remember thinking, or the most challenging moment along the way?
Do we have more time? Because that's a lot. Most of the time we had a lot of challenge, because we didn't have enough money to do the research, and so and many other things in life, that like coming from Hungary to United States, then leaving again the United States, going to Germany, and so then coming back now. So that's hectic life.
You're being very blasé about it. I'm making a huge drama about the fact I'm moving back to London, okay? Now, look, obviously, together, the two of you have assembled the mRNA vaccine as you know it. And I thought, well, what better minds to see what else you can assemble? So really, in life, the truth is assembling a vaccine is one thing, but assembling a piece of IKEA furniture is arguably the hardest thing you can ever do. Now, we're gonna set the clock, we're gonna carry on with the show, and I'll check in with you, okay? So all the bits are here, right? You've got everything you need. I wouldn't rely on Vin Diesel to help you too much, but you've got the chain smokers here, they'll figure it out. So we'll check back in later in the show and see if you can assemble this, okay? And if you can, that will be a mark of true genius. In the meantime, let's see how four pioneers of quantum information combine theoretical and technological insights creates a truly thrilling possibility.
In a world of information, where lives, fortunes, the tide of history rise and fall on the flow of messages. When you send out a message, you can never be certain who's listening in. But there are four physicists who know all about uncertainty, and they're on a mission to use it. Charles Bennett and Gilles Brassat pioneered quantum cryptography, a way to send secret codes no eavesdropper could break. Even with the most powerful supercomputer. Meanwhile, David Deutsch is reimagining computation itself. He shows how the laws of physics could be hacked to create something mind-blowing, a quantum computer. The full potential of such machines remains unknown, but Peter Shor begins to investigate. He designs the first practical quantum algorithm. It can factor big numbers vastly faster than any non-quantum computer. Yet these men do more than break the limits of current technology, because quantum information actually offers clues to the deepest mysteries, to the nature of matter and energy, space and time, perhaps even the source code of the universe itself.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kristen Bell, and with her, the first African-American woman to become an astronaut, Mae Jemison.
Physics teaches us that reality may not be what it seems. Our planet, our galaxy are spinning, traveling in space. Space that, by the way, is curved. And oh yes, it's expanding. When I was an astronaut looking out of the shuttle window, I felt connected to this universe around me. But I wondered how, why, connected through what ultimate laws of physics?
And with quantum physics, it gets weirder. Particles may be different places at once, and they can get in a bizarre state called entanglement, where their properties depend on each other, even if they're billions of light years apart. Our next laureates have harnessed these mind-bending effects into mind-blowing technologies.
In the fall of 1979, Gilles Broussard was at a conference in Puerto Rico. He was taking a little downtime, bathing in the ocean, when a stranger swam over, introduced himself as Charles Bennett, and started talking about something called quantum banknotes. However, instead of striking out for the nearest beach, Broussard listened, and together they went on to invent a new kind of cryptography to send secure messages.
David Deutsch was thinking about entanglement too. How it could be tamed to create a quantum computer, which could simulate any possible physical process. Unfortunately, David can't be with us tonight, but rest assured, in a parallel quantum universe, he's right here, presenting, and I am winning the award.
Today, real quantum computers are being built. However, it was years earlier that Peter Shor invented the first useful algorithm for them. And Shor's ideas have implications beyond technology, implications at the frontiers of physics, where science tries to answer the ultimate questions about nature and reality.
Because the biggest prize of all is to understand everything around us, the laws of this bizarre, marvelous universe we're spinning through.
For foundational work in the field of quantum information,
the Breakthrough Prize in Fundamental Physics goes to Gilles Broussard, Charles H. Bennett, David Deutsch, and Peter Shor.
Alfred Kinsey's, whose sex books I devoured as a preteen while my parents weren't home, argued that good scientists must delight in being proved wrong. Everybody here, what's the favorite wrong idea that you've had in your life that you had to give up? Scientists' disrespect for taboos is not arrogance, but a kind of humility before nature that is not unlike a religious person's attitude toward God. We natural scientists and social scientists should get together and show everybody, lay people, how to think like this and let go of the ideas when they're wrong and thereby evade humanity's most dangerous instincts.
Albert Einstein's purpose was to understand the universe, not to develop practical applications. Yet, today's technology hinges upon quantum theory and relativity. Nothing inspires me more than to think of those curiosity-driven giants of the past whose quest for fundamental knowledge made our world a better place.
I'm very gratified to be sharing this prize with these extraordinary colleagues and friends of mine. When I was trying to discover the factoring algorithm, I didn't tell anybody about what I was working on, and I worked on it mainly in my spare time because I thought it was such a long shot. I think this shows the value of spending a little bit of our time thinking about unconventional ideas that are contrary to the received wisdom, and I encourage everybody to do the same thing.
Fantastic. All right, now let's see. Oh my God, I don't believe it. They've done it. They have done it. That is flawless. Oh, look. Ladies and gentlemen, what we have just witnessed is more impressive than anything else we have seen tonight. Now, I know for a fact that Mark Zuckerberg has a lot of IKEA furniture, so he is going to take this off your hands as soon as you are done. Let's give him a round of applause, Katalin Karikó and Drew Weissman. And now he's a singer, a songwriter, an actor, a science advocate. It's a thrill I am to welcome will.i.am and Estelle, everybody.
What's up, everybody? Yeah. Tomorrow's Break Prize winners are gonna come from communities, inner city kids that study FIRST robotics. Check it out, y'all. You can be the best. You can be the King Kong banging on your chest. You can beat the world. You can beat the world. You can beat God just banging on the door. You can throw your hands up. You can beat the clock. You can make moves and you can break rocks. You can be the master. Don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you can find yourself
standing in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the world's gonna know your name.
Come on. Yeah.
Cause you burn with the brightest flame. Yeah. And the world's gonna know your name.
Yeah.
And you be in the walls of the Hall of Fame.
You can go the distance, you can go the mile. You can walk joints on the ground with a smile. You can be the hero, you can be the gold. Breaking all the records you thought never could be broke. You can go the people, do it for your pride. Do it for brother on try. Do it for your country, do it for your name. Cause there's gonna be a day when you're
standing in the Hall of Fame.
Come on, yeah.
And the world's gonna know your name. Yeah. Cause you burn with the brightest flame. Yeah. And the world's gonna know your name. Your name.
If you be on the walls of the Hall of Fame, you could be the champion. 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 Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Hey, be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions, be truth seekers. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Come on, be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions.
Standing in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And the world's gonna know your name.
Yeah.
Cause you burn with the brightest flame.
Come on. Yeah.
And the world's gonna know your name. Your name.
And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. You can be the champion. 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 Yo. Give it up to the awesome people that are helping change the world. Thank you guys so much. Big inspiration.
will.i.am and Estelle, everybody. Well, that is our show. It's been the most incredible night. We'd like to thank each and every one of our laureates. Your stories have inspired all of us. Your discoveries have shed new light on the greatest story of all, and that is the story of the universe. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for coming out, everybody. Thank you. Good night.